And the takeaways, you want me to read them quickly?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So when you sell a work of art, you're not transferring the copyright. So if you buy a book, you buy the book, you own the book, you can give the book to your mother, your wife, your husband. You just can't take it to the photocopy machine and make a copy. You don't have to do anything to create a copyright. Copyright is automatic. Registration is voluntary. It's a good idea to register your work. If you're an author of books and that's all you do, or music and that's all you do is music, you might as well register it. It's one registration fee, generally $55 per work. You can actually register hundreds of photographs, dozens of songs, all at one time for one registration fee. And copyright cannot be transferred verbally. The assignment has to be in writing. It doesn't have to be the Magna Carta, as one of the courts said, but it's just got to be in writing.
I should have said on that slide, licenses, though, limited licenses in copyright can be verbal, but you can't give away your copyright entirely unless it's in writing.
And just because somebody commissions you to create something, that doesn't mean they own the copyright. If you sign a work for hire agreement, that does. Typical work for hire agreements would be, again, photojournalists and photographers who work for the Boston Globe or the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times. If they're under contract as an employee and they get all the employee benefits and cameras and travel expenses, then the New York Times and the Boston Globe should rightfully own their works. Although some photographers have special deals because they're important photographers, so they can keep their works. Fair use, as we discussed, is very complicated, and this case involving Andy Warhol and Lynn Goldsmith is going to be instructive in the future, probably within the next couple of months. Displaying the copyright is not necessary, but there are good reasons to include it. So here, this is the preferred method of including the copyright, which is the copyright symbol, the year, and the name Drew Epstein or Lucy Loverian. It deters potential infringers and puts people on notice of your rights. Fair use is not always fair to the creator of the work. While it might promote the progress of science, which is mandated by the Constitution, it's not always fair. Transformative use is difficult to define, and it has to be analyzed with all of those four factors that Lucy discussed earlier, each on a case-by-case basis. And we thank you very much, and the primate thanks you very much for your attention.